There. Good morning. So today I'm going live an hour earlier than normal because I have a Chamber of Commerce breakfast at 9:30 a.m. So so I want to talk about the challenges of doing this, the challenges of going live every day. One of them obviously is timing, right? Because, if you want to try to do it every day, like I try to go, hi, hey there, hey guys, on Instagram, then it can be challenging because sometimes other stuff comes up that I can't control, things that I need to attend or meetings or calls, and I try to do it, but for the most part, there's a lot of other people out there making events and meetings, and I can't always control the timing of them. Hey Sam. Hey Suleiman, how are you? So that's one of the challenges. One of the other challenges is coming up with something to say every day. And also because I don't really plan these, which you guys might think I do. I don't actually plan these out, and that's part of the problem. Is that I don't plan them out. I just oftentimes, if I'm in meditation, ideas will come to me of stuff I want to talk about, or my experiences during the day, and I'll literally just come up with it like a minute before I go live, right? So good to see you, my man. Hey, Suleiman. He says he's good, dear. Are you excited for Sunday's webinar? It's going to be cool. Yeah. So, so I don't do this. A lot of times I do come with something prepared that I want to talk about, some specific tip or trick or insight that I've had. And then other times, it's just about showing up and keeping up the commitment to show up and to do this. And that's part of, for me, about teaching myself vulnerability, right? And Suleiman knows, because we both studied with the same amazing person, David Mills, and we understand about one of the things that he talks about, and one of the reasons I started doing this was about getting better at something, confidence, and really it's just, you just have to try, you just have to do it, you just have to go and do it again and again and again, right? And you get better at it. And so for me, I decided when I made the commitment to do this at the end of last year, there was a lot of factors that I had involved. One of them was really learning commitment and consistency, right? So coming on live every single day and just doing it, whether I wanted to or not, whether I felt like it or not, because I'm more of I don't like to do the same thing every day, which is also why I don't work at a, traditional 9-to-5 job where I have to show up in the office. I like to be able to do different things and be flexible and travel and all kinds of stuff. So having to be there and show up and have that commitment, that was one of the things that I needed to do, that I wanted to get better at. And the other thing was about really understanding the other thing that I was someone keeps asking me if I have a big ass or not. I don't know who this is, but they seem rather obsessed with the topic. And yes, I do actually, and I'm very grateful for it. So used to be something I was very embarrassed about when I was a kid, and I tried to hide it with long shirts, but that's the wonderful thing about learning to accept yourself and accept your body and love yourself for who you are, and recognize that things that you might think are deficiencies or things that you might not like about yourself, they can actually be really great assets. So thank God I learned that when I was relatively young, and I didn't end up like my mother, who used to cry about her big ass every time she got teased about it. And it really, really, it was something that she was really, really sensitive about. And I remember watching that growing up. And so I can't say that was a particularly good example for me. But when I was a teenager, about 15 or 16, I realized that guys seemed to really like it. And I thought, well, maybe my mother is wrong about this. But it still took me many years after that to get over that kind of conditioning that she had given me around it, and to learn to really fully accept it and accept my body. And I think that's something that for all of us to really learn to love ourselves the way we are and to appreciate who we are. Suleiman's laughing. So, yes, I know, right? You never know who's going to come on, what kind of questions they're going to ask, or where it can take you in a way, right? So, yeah. So, something really funny happened this morning, actually. I jumped up and I needed to dye my hair because I had to go to this event, right? And I was like, oh, my roots are showing. So I grabbed the stuff and I started doing the whole thing. And then by the time I got in the shower to wash it out, I realized I dyed it the wrong color. And while I was doing it, now this is really ironic, right? So while I was doing it, while I was like going through I was listening to a book on tape, which I like to do. And the book I was listening to was Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach. So I just thought it was hilarious because here I was beating myself up, being like, oh my God, why did I do that? Why did I pick up the wrong color? I was like trying to get all this done and get out the door, for this event. And I had been dyeing my hair a different color now for a few months to try to get the old stuff to grow out. And then I just like, bang, did it the wrong way. I was like, oh, crap. And then I was like, oh, and I've been listening to this book, Radical Acceptance, while I was doing it. So I'm like, okay, the universe is trying to tell me this is not a big deal. Just accept it, whatever it is, right? So I guess maybe that's a good topic for today, is about radical acceptance, accepting ourselves with all of our silly mistakes and our silly ideas and, the different things we have, ideas about how we're supposed to look and, what we wanted, the thing we want to present to the world. And sometimes, it just goes and you just got to go with what you got and be happy about it, right? Anyway, I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Thank you, Suleiman, for coming on. Says, it's pretty funny, right? When we do that kind of stuff to ourselves. And I'm excited. If you guys are watching and can get on, because I know some of you watch these videos later, definitely try to go to David Mills' Law of Implication YouTube site, because he's got some amazing videos about there, and there's so much I've learned from him about that stuff. So definitely jump on there and go take a look at that. And that's all I got for you today, because I got to run to this breakfast. Thank you, Suleiman. It was really good to see you. Hey, Farah. And I will see you guys tomorrow at our usual time at 10 a.m. And I'll probably have something more prepared. But you know what? This was still fun. And thanks to the guy for the big ass comment, because he got me to talk about accepting yourself and your big ass. All right. You guys have an amazing day.